yourself one note. Are you serious? One drag right now. Are you serious? There we go. Now it says I'm live. I have no idea if that first part went through, so I'm just going to redo everything. Earn yourself one drive. Delete. Come on. Thank you. Okay, now, I don't know. No, it still says I'm offline. No? Yes? Maybe? I don't know. There it goes. Now it says I'm live. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm going to say everything again because I have no idea if everything else is recorded. Welcome everybody to the 8th episode of our all-generation playthrough of Pokemon. We are in Pokemon Red still. And that's about it. I do have to do some quick tests to make sure that everything's working because I basically am late, unfortunately. So bear with me. Let me see here. B. Down. Oh, that last thing was wrong. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're good. Let's just test again just to be sure. Ba-da-da. Okay, good. Alright, sorry about the craziness. Welcome. I think I can just redo the intro. Welcome to episode 8 of the Pokemon All Generation Challenge. Let me mute myself before I start going crazy. We're still in Pokemon Red. We just... what did we do last week? We beat... we did all the routes up to, like, I think Route 14 on the way down to Fuchsia City. We beat the gym, and we had our first little bit of the Safari Zone, so let's go ahead and start. Oh yes, I forgot, I always do the intro, so let's do that. There we go. Hopefully everything is fine. Alright, welcome for like the third time. We are just starting our episode 8 of the All Generation Challenge. Yeah, I think Friday is going to be our night because I cannot believe there's already like 6 people watching. That is unheard of with this stream, so welcome everybody. Okay, yeah, we just got our, what is it called? Not the Silph Scope. Got that a while ago. This is the item finder. No, not the item finder. The, what do you call it? Experience share, or experience all in this game. Okay. Here is... not Saffron. Man, I'm having a hard time with names today. I think this is, this city. City with Koga in it. So we're going to actually go ahead and fly up. Since we've done all the routes to the east of Fuchsia City, we're going to do all the routes to the west of Fuchsia City, which is, of course, just the bike path. This is a 100% run here, guys, so we might as well get on our bike now because we're about to do the bike path. Now, I know there's that trick where you can get on the bike path without a bike, but we don't need to do that. Oh, yeah, we haven't done this Snorlax yet, so let's go ahead and... we already have a Snorlax in our PC, so we don't need to worry about that. Where is that guy? He's right there, so we're good to go. I can just... oops, wrong thing. I can just use the Poke Flute and wake him up. Alright. I don't even know if I healed my Pokemon. Well, I was in the, I just defeated the gym, right? And then I went to the, the Safari Zone, so didn't use my Pokemon, so that's good. I should change Hypno out, though. I have Voltorb with me that I need to level up. This guy's level 30. No, I don't think it has high special. I think it has high physical. So let's try. Let's see what happens. I could be wrong about this. I could be wrong about lots of things. And that's... Well, if it didn't, it does now. Let's do Blastoise. Let's just... And we just evolved our Blastoise, which is awesome. Fresh Blastoise right out of the box. Let's do Surf. This is probably our first time using Surf in battle, since we just got it. Let's see here. Yeah, using your Amnesia, oh boy. Amnesia is broken in this game because Special only has one stat. There's no special attack, there's no special defense. It's just Special. Yep. Good, good, good. I think we're going to win this one. I don't think we're going to have any casualties here. Ah, nice. Critical hit. I don't remember if critical hit... I talked about this last time. Okay, well, what I was going to say is, I don't know if critical hit ignores changes to stats. It might. I don't remember. Return to the mountains. Now, the annoyed look I gave you guys was the experience all, which I don't like. Specifically because of all the menus it pops up telling you, this guy got this experience, this guy got this experience, and it just... It's almost as if it removes the amount of time it saves you carrying it, just based on like the number of menus it pops up. So we are depositing that, as well as our Hypno, because we don't need to level up Hypno anymore. We have a finished Hypno. Well, not finished, but our first goal is to evolve all the Pokemon up to their evolutions. Alright, yes, we want to change box, and save data is fine. I have my own special system. I can't remember now if it was 7 or 8 that housed Psychic Pokemon and Ghost Pokemon. Let's just put them in 7 for now. What's kind of cool about these Pokemon is I don't know if they're shinies or not. I don't know what genders they are. I don't know a lot of the different things about them. Specifically those two, and it's kind of going to be a surprise when we send them up to Gold and Silver, what they're going to be. So we deposited Hypno. Let's see, what other Pokemon do we have? We have Voltorb, Bloom, Jigglypuff, Pidgeotto, and Blastoise. We're not depositing anybody else. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. Box 12 is our inbox. Anybody that we don't... Yeah, okay, we'll withdraw Ditto and move him to box 1 for normal type Pokemon. Yeah, I have a weird system that I've always used since I was a kid, so we're continuing that system. Depositing Ditto. Ditto should evolve into a Pokemon called, oh, I had such a great idea, I forgot what it was. It's not same here. I'm gonna have to remember it because I don't remember it now. There's a specific funny thing that Ditto could evolve into, and it would be like another form of Mewtwo or something like that. So no on the Eevee. In fact, the Eevee... I could evolve the Eevee right now if I wanted to. Let's switch him out. We're going to move him to box 7? No, not box 7. That's what I just put the Hypno in. We're going to move him to box 9, which I think it has all the... yeah, all the Pokemon that need to be leveled up with stones in it. Most of them, if not, all of them except for Eevee, will need to be evolved with, will need to be leveled up a lot first, because lots of Pokemon don't learn anything after they evolve with Stone. They learn literally nothing else in terms of their movesets, so that's not a good thing. Then than that, Machop. Machop I think might be our guy, because he's the earliest one out of everybody. Yeah, looks like Machop, you're up. Okay. Which means, actually, let's reorder our team first. Machop needs to be healed. Yeah, that's right, in this game, you don't have automatic healing when you deposit a Pokemon. But Machop's definitely the guy that needs to be at the front of the list. Okay, so, and now we get to change our team in Microsoft Paint. Pull up Machop here, there he is. Good. We're unfortunately gonna remove... Oops. Oh, darn it. I need to hit image, select, not paint. I'm not drawing on these guys' faces yet. Alright, removing Hypno, even though it looks like the coolest person out of the entire team. That's the whole point, getting the Pokemon to look cooler and more awesome and more grown up and just awesome. I'm centering these guys a little bit more because they can be. Okay, this is now our current team. Okay, let's see. I think we need to heal, and then we'll be on our way. And then we'll be on the bike path. I think these long paths in the middle of the game are just, to be quite honest, they weren't my favorite parts because it was just like, I want to be fighting a gym, I want to be doing something else, but there's these long paths that I have to 100% because I'm a perfectionist. Not diagnosed or anything like that, it's not like a disease or whatever, but I just love completing, you know, games 100%. So, is there someone up here that we need to pick an item up from? Nope. That's right, you're just going to talk about the bike path. And the guy lets me go through, and we're on our bike. Bike path. 101, you get on your bike immediately. Okay. Let's save here, guys. 21 hours. Let's see if that makes sense, right? We're on episode 8. 7 times 3 hours each is 21 hours. Alright. So, we are going to be streaming until 12:30 a.m. Pacific time, which is like 3:30 a.m. I think, Eastern time, so, I don't want to say buckle in or anything like that, but, we're having our fun time right now, guys, so buckle in. Excuse me. Alright. Nice. Don't disable Thunderbolt. That's fine by me. I can be using self-destruct at this moment. Nice. See, that's what a critical hit should do. A critical hit should be... Nice. 4 more levels into Electrode. Why didn't you guys tell me that I still had the experience? Oh no! Darn it! Hey, JPT000. Yes, because I need to level up this Machop. Fun time activated. Back to full Torb. I'm very forgetful. That's something that you might find out about me if you keep watching a lot. But there's a lot of forgetfulness going on here. I want to do so many things, but sometimes I'm like, did I leave the oven on? Did I file my taxes? I don't remember. Experience, oh man. I mean, I hope no one streams with Experience All intentionally, because it would just take up like... Don't you dare laugh. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let's quickly, very quickly, deposit this Experience All. Wish I could throw it away, but I can't. It's a key item. And I can probably heal up again as well. So you guys may have noticed that I'm using a real 3DS for my stream, which I think most people do, but I mean, for the Red and Blue games and, you know, the original series, first and second generation games, it would be a lot, better looking if I used an emulator and a ROM. The issue with that is I can't actually send these Pokemon up to Generation 7 or anything beyond Generation 2. I could try hacking it or whatever, but honestly, like, I really want to have as legit Pokemon as possible. And there is that huge divide that used to exist between the first and second generations and every other generation, where you couldn't send over your Pokemon from one generation to the next, from second to third generation. And now, and that was so horrible and so frustrating, especially if you lived through it. But now, with these official software downloads from the 3DS store, it's totally possible. Hey, Machop! And it is so awesome. I am so excited that I can, actually play through all of these games, and actually collect them all, catch them all, and did I heal my Pokemon? See, forgetfulness. And I don't have Swift. That's fine. But yeah, it's oh, now I get a critical hit. See, that's what a critical hit should not be. Ever. Yes, please. Back to Machop. Can't use Voltorb much anymore right now. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. I was gonna heal Voltorb, but Machop probably would have gotten crushed by this Minky. Sleep powder. Yes. You, my Minky, you are asleep and you shall stay that way. Now I need to see how much damage this is going to do. This might be too little to be worth, and of course he wakes up, so it doesn't matter anyways. Or I guess it wouldn't matter, but even more so of an argument for me to switch to Cut instead of Absorb, which ekes it out little by little. And again, I guess on the other side, you'd probably end up at 39 HP. Woohoo! Level 18! What was it, 26 that Machop evolves at? I can't remember. Let's bring out Machop again. Let's settle this Machop. Machop. Except not, because you're 10 levels above me, and I'm not even going to try. Oh, I completely forgot to mention why I'm wearing a Starfleet uniform, Star Trek. Because it was Halloween a couple of days ago, and I didn't wear one in my last stream, so I might as well do it this time, right guys? So, points to anybody who knows which specific character I am in the Star Trek universe. Yeah, who needs my bike when you have one yourself? What are you gonna walk away like this? Like out to your side with two bikes that you're carrying? Or are you gonna carry it and have your bike out to the side, like trying to drive two bikes at the same time? How are you gonna do that? Now would be the time for me to heal my Voltorb. I do have a lot of max potions. No. I don't want to use max potion. I want to use the super potion. There we go. I bought a bunch of super potions, and afterwards I realized fresh waters, man. They are like what, either half or a fourth of the cost, and heal just as much of HP. Shouldn't be buying super potions at all. I mean, no, Captain has 4 pips. I've got 3. So, let me know. But yeah, if I had 4, I guess I would be Picard, but I have hair, so that won't work. That wouldn't work. Excuse me. Good guess, though, Bubble Man. 6. Hey, it's you. It's Bubble Man. I apologize. That was a bad joke. Let's see here. Okay. Let's do Fly. I'll be using Machop. Yes, I will switch because I got to use my Machop, but not against this Machop because it's way too overleveled for me. Excuse me. And Leer and Fly. Let's see. 19. The further you go in the game, the quicker the Pokemon below you... Oh, level 35. One more level to Pidgeot, guys. Awesome. I can't remember, but this Pidgeot might be the first Pokemon I caught. Either that or it was the Rattata that is already in the PC. Oh, I hate losing it away from me. Oh, and it's already eradicated, is what I really need to say. Keep going, Machop. Nice job. Yeah, the captain would have the 4 pips. It's pretty much exactly the same as the captain's uniform. This is an interesting thing, actually, with the original series of Star Trek. The red shirts were the guys who always died all the time because they were basically just the grunts or whatever. They would die on the planet because they were the people without names, the extras, basically. And there was got to be some way for the show to show how powerful the enemy was, right? They got to kill somebody to show that. But in the next generation, the red shirts were the command. Whoa. I need to switch up my Pokemon. That's not going to work, guys. That will not be a long-term solution. This is Voltorb against that Weezing. My goodness. So anyways, Command had the red shirts in the next generation. And so it was basically the opposite of the red shirt syndrome in the original series. So kind of interesting little bit of tidbit knowledge there. So that's why me having red, well, I guess that was a little hint for you guys if you want to know who else I could be. Red is command. So all the command rolls. Level 37. I would really recommend the next generation, I would say. I think yeah, I already did that Coastal Road, thank you very much. The next generation is definitely my favorite show, maybe of all time, so it would make sense for me to have a costume, right? So I would recommend the next generation for sure. Now, quick side note, guys, I have a daughter, and my wife is outside taking care of her, and unfortunately, there may be a time where I have to interrupt us completely and take care of them. My wife has graciously agreed to allow me to stream for 3 hours on every week. But if there's an emergency, that might have to, I might have to interrupt. But then I will still be filling in the rest of the time later in the week, or maybe Saturday if I weren't able to complete it today. So, just FYI, just to let you guys know. I don't know if you could hear her crying out there. That was a little bit of an autopilot, in case you guys were wondering. If you wanted to know how I battled on autopilot, that's how I battle on autopilot just now. So, let's see here. Sure, I'll go. Yeah, go. Get out of here. The slang. This, I guess, 90s slang is pretty funny to hear. Sure, I'll go. Yeah, let's do Gloom. No, this isn't probably a good idea. Unless I use Sleep Powder, and it works, which it does, which is good. I would say it's not a good idea, likely because Poison is super effective against Grass, but Gloom is also Poison type. I don't know how that all factors in the first generation. It's either, I know there's something wrong with it, either it doesn't tell you it was super effective even though it was, or something like that, or it doesn't calculate it correctly and it only focuses on the first, what is it, like the first value. If it's, Gloom, it would only focus on Grass and not Poison. No! Don't disable Cut? Good. No, come on. Did he use a bunch of smoke screens on me? I wasn't really focusing on that. Okay, cool. Level 20, low kick. Grimer, switch to Machop. Grimer's probably like level 27, 26. Let's see if we can get this Machop. is fighting not very effective against poison? I don't remember. Oh man, yeah. I remember, man, Bubble Man 6, I remember so much about playing Pokemon in my youth. It was, this is my favorite game. I would say Pokemon Red. I remember I had the Tetris effect with Pokemon Red's music after I got done playing for like hours and hours the first time I was playing it. I could hear this 8-bit, maybe 16-bit, I forget which, music kind of in my head, just kind of generic sounds and stuff it was just like right after I finished playing, I could still hear it, and it was, and now, you know, Pokemon music is just some of my favorite music, video game music of all time, so I have my favorites in my music playlist, so yeah, totally, I had the Wormlight for my Game Boy, so playing Game Boy in bed was never an issue for me. I always had to, was able to use it. Switch to Chop. Yeah, this was my childhood right here. If you could point to one game that was my childhood, this would be it. At least in scope, in the number of years that I played it. I know I played lots of point-and-click games in the early 90s, like Day of the Tentacle, King's Quest VI, and Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Those were also very defining of my childhood as well, but Pokemon Red was my own game. No one else got to play it. And I could take it anywhere, which was revolutionary at the time. It was amazing that I could play Pokemon Red, whenever and wherever I wanted, most of the time. Bring out Machop again. Machop again. That'd be a fun evolution of Machop. Machop again. Back to Pidgeotto. I would like to see Pidgeot in the stream. That would be awesome. So I think I'll keep using Pidgeotto. Yeah, it's just so nostalgic, and I love the fact that I can actually trade these Pokemon up now. It is basically a dream come true. I remember how disappointed I was with the third generation. The third generation was not my friend. I know a lot of people love it. Personally, it was not my friend because it didn't continue the storyline. It's a whole new storyline. Couldn't trade your Pokemon up to it. It felt like Game Freak, I guess, was abandoning the old Gen 1 and Gen 2ers, right? Alright, I'm probably going to get some wild Pokemon here, but I got to, what is it? I have to scan the entire road, right? To make sure I fight everybody. Or I could find a map and just go to each specific person. Okay. This is one of the most mistyped moves in the entire game. Karate Chop is a normal type move. Why? How? Oops. I'm getting a little bit too gestured there. Let's fix my tripod there. Why is Karate Chop one of the most obviously fighting moves in the world a normal type move? Thank goodness I have Lokick with me. I'm sorry, oh no! I hit A instead of select, and I'm gonna die. It didn't even matter what I selected. No. Okay, let's just, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy. A dead Machop. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use Revive, I think. I think I have Revives with me. But, I found a new gen weird. Played gold. Let's see here. New gen. What is new gen? Revive on Chop. And Voltor's probably going to die too, actually, if I didn't even think about this. And I'm not good at juggling Pokemon here. What is going on with me? Okay, let's just bring out the gen. I found a new gen weird, but played gold. Never went more than that. Yeah. I don't know if I could name all the... I know I could name all the Gen 1 Pokemon, or at least name them if I saw the pictures. Not necessarily in order. I never focused on that part specifically, but that's pretty impressive. Yeah, it was able to. Ooh, that would be scary. I was able to, you know, this is probably super obvious to people, but I was able to beat the game many times with just Blastoise. Blastoise is probably the best starter in the world, in my opinion. So, I gotta say though, level 21. Nice. But yeah, just for the fact that I could beat the entire game with just a Blastoise, because it has Ice Beam and all that, is just fantastic. Gotta go back and heal up. Sorry, guys. Just how the Poke Cookie crumbles, right? It's how the Poke Cookie crumbles. Oops. Ah. Now I know my, I think it was probably a few years into playing Pokemon that I was like, I should really choose a standard team that I think it's a little bit off center there. But a standard team for myself that I'll always grab if I can. And that team is initialized in my name, BPNAVE. Points to whoever can figure out all 6 of my favorite team's Pokemon. I already got this guy, but let's make sure we're switched out correctly. Good. Alright. There's no money in fighting kids, you know, except me. I got way too much money on me. Yeah, I guess with HMs you technically can't beat it with just Blastoise. Strength, Surf, can't do Cut, right? So I guess I really should be saying I can beat the game with Blastoise and an HM Slave or Mew or whatever. Okay, this was a bad move, guys. This is textbook bad move. You do not send a Jigglypuff out against a Mankey. There we go, you send your Pidgeotto out against a Mankey. But everybody has their own favorite team, and it's funny because I kind of thought up like several different reasons why my team is the best team. Like, it represented all the primary colors, and it represented all like all the different kinds of pets, things like that. If you looked at it in the menu on Pokemon Red, it would have all different kinds of sprites, kind of like this. This is actually, oh, this is a good hint. This looks like my team if you just looked at the icons themselves. There's 2 more icons. There's the snake icon, which is not on my team, and there's also, what is the other Pokemon type? I guess it's the Blob, right? Or is that only 2nd generation? That's Grimer and Ditto and all that. I don't remember. There's another type of Pokemon there in the team type. Burned out. Alright. Okay. So we've finished that side. Let's go to this side now. Let's go back up here. We're going to go ahead and finish the other side. Let's do this. Alright, that's the guy that I need to do, and I think that's the last bit on this first area of the bike path here. And I'm not even going to try to get the hidden items. I think I'm going to try later to get those items, but it's, unless I have a map that shows me where all the hidden items are, it is going to be a futile effort to try to grab them all in any efficient manner at all. Alright. And of course I'm poisoned. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out Pidgeotto. Let's try Blastoise. Blastoise should be the one fighting Weezing anyways. Out of this team anyways. Surf. Yeah, there's definitely a way to do it without a bike. Interestingly enough, I've never tried it. I've actually never... Because as soon as I knew I could get the bike, I always got the bike because it was so awesome to get it. And Chop grew to level 22. Nice. So I've actually never tried it myself. There's plenty of other glitches I've tried, just not that one. But I know it works for sure. And... Let's just switch out Blastoise. Pidgeotto is in no mood to fight right now. And getting poisoned on the bike path is probably one of the worst places a Pokemon can get poisoned, actually. Yeah, that's another thing, Bubble Man. There's this one area of the game where you can soft lock yourself. It's Route 24, I think. It's north of Cerulean City. There's an area where it's enclosed by a trainer, as well as a bush you can cut. Right? And before you have cut, if you lure the trainer away from that alcove area, and you go behind him and save there, you better not reset your game because you soft lock your game and you can never get it back. The issue is when you restart the game, the trainer moves back, and there's no other way for you to get out. So it is... I've never actually done it to myself, because at that point I was always way too invested in the game to just have fun that way. But I found that out as a kid, like that was an option, or that was I guess a pitfall, and it scared me. I never ever wanted to save in that area. I didn't want to ruin my game. Love racing downhill. Gotta heal up, that's right. Super potion! We'll hold off on using the other one. Let's get an antidote. I should have like 5 antidotes, right? Right? Burn heal, Great Ball revive. How do I not have a gosh darn it. How do I not have an antidote? I have 2 of my Pokemon poisoned. This is not okay. I'm only going to be able to do that for so long, guys. Oh my gosh. There's some strong Pokemon on this route, that's for sure. Yeah, I remember doing that a lot with inverting the colors and all that. You hold B, I think, and you can move the arrow keys up, down, left, right. I think it's something like that if it's on a Game Boy Color, and you can change the color, the default colors of the game. Because in Pokemon, there is no, what is it? There's no default. There's no colors if it's a Game Boy game, right? The colors that are assigned are arbitrary, right? So in Pokemon Yellow, I know that they changed that because that's a color game, a Game Boy Color game. So fighting. Let's do Pidgeotto. Yeah, I don't think the first generation had a Squirtle with sunglasses sprite. So sorry, man. I would say I don't think that's a thing, but I guess you never know. Maybe he hacked it. You know, he was able to get a different sprite in there, you know, in the early days of hacking video games. Chop again. No, not Blastoise. Oh, whatever, I'll just do Blastoise. I should heal my Pokemon. Machop. Definitely gonna use a super. Where is it? Super potion. I passed it, didn't I? I thought that was the super rod. Okay. It's gonna hit me, and I'm gonna have to use super potion again. Yeah. Okay, now it's time to hit. Time to attack. Oh. Yeah, you know, maybe there's this super incredibly complicated Game Shark code that could have edited in a pair of sunglasses for a Squirtle. It's totally possible. Chop. But yeah, the main thing we're trying to do here is train all the Pokemon, catch them all, and train them all up to be viable fighting Pokemon. Because, oops, you guys probably can't see this, but it's going to annoy me. I have Nightlight on, tints everything orange. Do not need that. Did I get a subscribe? Did somebody subscribe? Yes, KevinMan2111 is now following me on Twitch. Thank you very much. That's pretty awesome, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Like and subscribe, right? But yeah, if you want to catch me on the next stream, but if you're on Twitch, you'll know. Hey, here it is. You'll know when I'm starting to stream. All right, guys. Here's Pidgeot. Awesome. All right. So the second letter of my team, P, has been revealed as Pidgeot. Pidgeot is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon, and that came from, I think it was Pokemon the second, Pokemon the movie 2000. I think it was. It's the one with Mewtwo, and people are all fighting their way through the storm, trying to get to Mewtwo's island to fight him, right? Like it's the ultimate challenge or whatever. I don't think they know it's Mewtwo at the time. But anyways, one of the people, the trainers, had a Pidgeot and was flying that Pidgeot through the storm, and it just looked so awesome. And seeing it in such a quote-unquote high definition or realistic quote-unquote environment really sold me on the idea of using Pidgeot as my flyer. And not worth it. I really need to use Surf. Come on, gotta surf. Now, I am not going to deposit Pidgeot because of this very reason. I like Pidgeot, and just like Blastoise, even though both of them are fully evolved, I'm going to keep them both on my team. I need to have a flyer anyways to get around, so. Come on, Machop, you're so close. What is this, half an hour and Machop's going to be already a Machoke? And there's like no difference between a Machoke and a Machamp in terms of, you know, I have to wait to evolve Machoke into a Machamp before, you know, until I level it up to some point. There's nothing with that. Machoke can always evolve into Machamp, and it's not missing out on anything. Let's get some potions in here, my goodness. So like you can evolve a Machop into a Machoke, and then immediately evolve that Machoke into a Machamp, and you're not missing out on anything, which is really interesting. I think the reason they do that is because Machamp, you have to trade for him. You trade your Machoke to get Machamp. And as a consolation, they thought, well, we'll have your Machoke be like not as powerful as Machamp by far, but be a consolation Machamp. Like there's nothing you're missing out on keeping it a Machamp or whatever. So I think that was kind of the reasoning behind that. Like Machamp doesn't learn any new moves that Machoke does. It's like a copy-paste basically in terms of the moveset in the first generation, in terms of what they can learn. I could be wrong about that, but I really don't think so. I looked at the... I researched the Bulbapedia, right? So... Okay, I think that's it. In fact, I should be there. Yep. Okay, so now... No. There's still some... Alright, I'm gonna just fly from here. You can see there's some trainers right there, which I'm gonna have to come back and get, but that you can just... Those guys you can grab directly from this city, actually. Fuchsia. I always pronounced it Fuchsia when I was a kid, because I had no idea what Fuchsia actually meant. I think I found it really weird that all these names of these towns... Oops. Oh, wasn't anything? No, I don't... Oh! Forgot! We have to do this, guys. Since we have our Pidgeot, we are replacing the icon in the team. I forgot about Hypno. Oh no! Where'd I go? There it is. I forgot about doing this for Hypno, so I'm not, again, forgetfulness. I'm not good at remembering this stuff. So, yep, Kevinman 2111. Awesome. It's not a new thing, right? I can't tell if that's a new one. Kevinman 2111, awesome for following me. Thank you. Parentheses again. Alright, so that is my team currently. Let's go ahead and continue. Fly up to Celadon again. Fuchsia is a color. What color? I'm not sure. If I were to guess, it's a brown or a dark green. I could be wrong on that, but I would put my money on it being some form of a dark green, a specific dark green, right? So I would look it up though. The reason I think it's a dark green is because of the Safari Zone. When I originally looked it up, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense, the Safari Zone. So now that I don't remember what color it is, I'm thinking, well, it's either a green or a brown. That would fit well with the Safari Zone, one of those two. Okay, so I already fought these guys, so I'm going to go ahead and bypass them and go down here on this side. And I know there's like a middle path somewhere that I'm going to have to do. Yeah, that's probably true because Psychic is so incredibly overpowered in this generation. It is ridiculous. So I would not doubt it at all if no, still not Jigglypuff. If Psychic was supposed to be weak to some... See you, Jigglypuff. You don't have a strong defense. Oh, Jigglypuff! Yes, you do have a strong defense. Nice job. What was I saying? I completely forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I would not doubt it at all if there was something that Psychic was supposed to be weak to, but was not because of some error, some Generation 1 error. So, Gloom this time. Gloom. Why? Why do you keep doing this? You're not going to win this way. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Is that the only move these Voltorbs know? I don't think so. I don't remember that being the case. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Okay. I like how I'm like ready to take control whenever I need to, but it's just like the bike just takes you where you need to go. So the bike path knows. Well, this is what my Machop's going to evolve into, Machoke. I should send out my Pidgeot against this. Yeah, I don't think that would necessarily happen in the in the games. Yeah, I guess Ghost was supposed to be super effective against Psychic. Just makes sense, I guess. And I know for a fact that it is... Okay, now I don't know for a fact. I think Ghost is super effective against Psychic in the newer games. Could be wrong about that. Machop is one level away from evolving to Machoke. Ding. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to evolve it into a Machamp until I get my other game out. And the trading that will have to go on is going to be intense for sure. Now, here's the issue. I'm going to be playing through Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and on and on and on, all the different games. The problem that we're going to come across is I want to have a full Pokédex on Red, Gold, Ruby, Diamond, etc. Right? So I want to have a full Pokédex on each game, at least for the Pokemon in that generation, right? The issue being, if I evolve my starter Pokemon in Blue before I trade it into Red, then I'm out of luck. I can't get that Charmander back or whatever it'll be. So I have to be very careful and not forgetful when it comes to evolving these Pokemon in the first generation or any of the generation games, really. Well, first generation especially, since there's not even breeding, so I couldn't even hack it that way if I wanted to. So I gotta be very careful. As soon as I get my starter, I need to trade it and trade it back. And then as soon as I evolve it once, I need to trade it and trade it back. Man, that Ghastly in the anime was crazy. What did it do? It created a Venustoise. It's like, I'm gonna fight a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur, right? So what are their most evolved forms to make them completely strong, completely outclassed? And then I'm just gonna merge them into one, because why not, you know? Alright, so there's that middle area. Might as well get this guy now. Get lost, kid, I'm bushed. So, the bike path is a lot quicker to fight through than I originally remember. The other paths, 12, 13, 14, 11, whatever it is, are not, the routes are not that quick. But the bike path, I'm like already over halfway done. I'm going to be able to start doing the Silph-Co pretty soon here. Now that is going to be pretty crazy. That's what I'm really looking forward to streaming today. I looked over at the display as it was going through, and I was like, "Oh no, is it really dark?" But then it was just because it was a smog. Oh, that's funny. Let's bring Machop out. Come on, Machop! Time for Machop to evolve. Yeah, Machop, you're gonna evolve. It's time. It's time. Fighting level, 25 isn't too crazy, but it's still a Weezing. And a Weezing definitely, from my colloquial remembering of experience, I still didn't get Antidote. A Weezing provides a lot of experience from what I remember. Oh man, that is a strong Weezing. Didn't get one-shotted by my Blastoise. And it did now. Alrighty, Machop. I don't know why I sent it out again, but let's do it anyways, just in case it doesn't evolve. I think it's 26. It could totally be level 28. But, hey, Voltorb! Well, yeah, let's send out Voltorb. See what happens. What's the worst that can happen against a coughing? That can explode! No! Lugia2453! Good to see you again. No! I said level 28. Oh man, I was so excited. Alright, gotta keep leveling him up again. Or then. Thank you very much, Lugia. Yeah, let's try Voltorb again. Because they're on equal footing, right? You know, they're both level 26. They both got an have an equal chance of leveling up at this point. Well, equal opportunity to level up. Yeah, that's what I should be saying. This guy has a lot of Pokemon on him. Bring back my shop. Oh, Bubble Man. What Pokemon thing did I discover today in life? Yeah, I'm sure there's something for me too. I can't remember what it would be, but yeah, I'm nice. One shot. First try. Yeah, no repel in this game though. Every Pokemon that I find, I'm gonna fight. So, I'm poisoned again. So that's fine. I beat that. Oops. Alright, one more path down Bike Path, because there's like a mid path that I have to go on to make sure that I fight everybody. And I don't, now that I remember, I don't think there's anyone... Cannot believe I almost left without actually healing my Pokemon. Yes, don't worry, Bubble Man. I have had plenty of Digletts, plenty of Zubats in this game. I've avoided that as much as possible. I'll have to get the stats, but I can tell you exactly how long I spent in Mount Moon and in Rock Tunnel. Mount Moon especially was that took a while. That was probably the majority of one of my streams. My streams are about 3 hours, so. Let's go get Antidote. Let's not fool ourselves this time. Now, does this the Celadon department store, does it sell Antidote, or does it just sell what is it? I guess third floor. I think that's what it was. Or does it just sell full heals? No, this is definitely the wrong floor. Not this floor. That's the counter guy. That's the guy that sells you stones. Here we go. No. And this guy just sells you TMs, so I don't know. Ugh, I'm totally not on the right level at all. Let's try this again. No! I'm totally off. So I guess it's level 1? I don't even know. Let's find it. We'll find it together, guys. I think it's this level right here. Yep. More TMs. Awesome. There we go. Okay. Antidote. This is the second time we've had problems with Antidote, so I don't want to leave anything to chance. Alright, item. In fact, let's save. Just in case there's a power outage and it fries my 3DS or something. Alright, bike. Alright. So I should have fought everybody already, because of how this system works here. Alright, here's the... Oh wait, did I fight this guy? I might not have. I did! Good! The system works! Hey! Found a full restore. Sorry for the mild shaking here, guys. I am trying to find any hidden items on the ground, like these signs say. And that's it. That's it, everybody. We are done with the bike path. One of the two, I guess, least favorite areas for me, because it's just really hard to deal with. I mean, being the bike path and all, right? So, I'm sad, but I'm also glad that it's over. Let's see if there's anybody up here we need to talk to. This guy trades, doesn't he? Yeah, Slowbro for like a ton. No. Yeah, doesn't the Nuzlocke do like a no Pokemon Center challenge or whatever? Something like that? Alright, I gotta find these guys next. Yeah, I think that's part of the Nuzlocke challenge. This is not a Nuzlocke challenge. I want to collect these guys, and I'm too error prone to challenge myself that way. I think it's so funny in my last stream where I used a Thunderbolt on a Spearow and I missed, and my Voltorb got too low level or too low HP, so I immediately switched out to a Wartortle, or my Wartortle, right? And then Spearow used this Mirror move, and I'm like, don't use Thunderbolts on my Wartortle. I think it was a Wartortle, but it didn't work. Thank goodness. I did not think that move through. Thankfully, I think when I switch out, it no longer counts it as the previous move. I could be wrong about that, though. And that would be really sad if I got killed by my own move there. That would have been so sad and so funny. But that's last stream. That's not this stream. We gotta focus on today's stream. So once I'm done with these three bird trainers, we will go to... It's not Celadon, it's not Cerulean. What is the city in the middle of all the cities? I should know this, but I don't. The city with Sylph Co. in it. The Sylph Company. Machop. Ooh, I know what I'm going to set up against this Pharaoh. Voltorb! Use your Thunderbolt. By the way, this Thunderbolt on this Voltorb was not learned by Voltorb. It is the Thunderbolt that you can find as a TM in this game. I don't think there's another Thunderbolt TM. Like, you can't buy them. So, Voltorb was the Pokemon that I ended up choosing to put Thunderbolt on. Which I think makes sense, because I think every other Pokemon can learn a really strong... Or every other electric Pokemon can learn a really strong electric move. So it was pretty simple to choose Voltorb for that TM. But for some other TMs, it gets pretty complicated, and I should keep Voltorb out. What am I thinking? I just want my Machop to evolve really bad. I want it to be level 28. Lugia, why did you keep me from having my perfect Machoke moment? How dare you? Alright. Level 27! Alright. Darn. That's your ending move. Darn. Your ending sentence. Kurukuku! Is that what he said? Kurukuku? Gonna switch, cause that's not a good matchup right there. Probably not the best matchup. In fact, probably the worst matchup of all time. Well, not of all time. What would be the worst Pokemon matchup of all time? Like one-on-one Pokemon, fully evolved or non-fully evolved, but I don't know. Like, that would be really interesting in terms of types. What would be the worst matchup of all time? Come on, Machop, you are one level away! Okay, I have to ask. I have to ask at this point. 970 experience points left. Until Machoke time. I also, what? Collect sea Pokemon on weekends. Huh. Well, it is Friday. Do 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 do. Alright, we have Voltorb. I'm pretty sure Machoke could even evolve in this battle. Or Metapod versus Metapod, right? Yep. Because I want that Machop. Or Machoke. Otherwise, I would have just kept Voltorb out. I remember early on in the stream where I was like, no, I'm gonna turn off the feature to switch Pokemon when they send out another Pokemon. But then, it severely kept me from, oh, please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, okay. Awesome. Let's fix that. That was close, guys. Twice. 2 hits. One more hit. One more hit. No more hits. No more hits. Awesome. But it kept cutting into the ability of to switch out lower level Pokemon and then immediately switch out a higher level Pokemon. Yeah, definitely not this battle. That's literally what that is. What does he say after? I wish I had a bike. Alright, we are done with the bike path, guys. We are officially 100% done with the bike path. What we're now going to do is heal up and head on over to the Sylph Company City. I think I still have my fresh water with me from a few streams ago when I bought it, thinking, oh, we'll be back pretty soon to get in there. Alright. Oops. No! Errant A-Press. Alright, fly. Let's fly to... Let's do Cerulean City. Just for fun. I'm doing lots of things. Emerabus, Golden. Just do speedruns. Oh, I see. Why am I doing my own kind of thing instead of just doing a speedrun? Well, this is kind of like a childhood dream of mine to do all of the Pokemon games. Catch all the Pokemon and have an entire PC filled up with all, like, the entire history of every single Pokemon that I've caught and raised up and you know, trained up to a killing machine and all that. So it's just kind of a part of it is, you know, dream fulfillment, and recording it really helps because, oh gee, I'm thirsty though. There. Oh, I don't have the wasting your time, guys. Sorry. So, but you know, recording it is like helps me to kind of have a record of it, and I can edit that recording as much as I want. I can actually cut out all of the annoying bits of me talking and just have the record of my adventure, right? So, and plus I get to stream it, and hopefully a lot of people like it, and I can put it on YouTube, and if I'm really lucky, earn maybe like a bit of money for that. What am I doing? I go into here and go to the first level. I gotta go to the top level. That's what I'm supposed to do. Why am I in the... Why am I in the shopping center again? Yes, 100% completion. That's another thing as well. Fighting every single trainer, every single Pokemon I come across, catching the first Pokemon of each type that I see, unless it dies and I kill it by accident or whatever. So, yeah, nostalgia, if I could wrap it up in one word why I'm doing this, nostalgia is a really great way of saying that, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, let's just do it from the city instead of trying to do it from Cerulean. Okay, now I have my fresh water. I can't remember if any drink works, but I know for a fact that fresh water does. Alrighty. Let's see here. Here we go. Saffron City. Yeah, saffron's another color. Okay. Oh, that's so interesting. This is a route right here. This is the continuation of the route. But here's the city. Alright, alright, so I'm going to work from the bottom to the top in terms of these buildings. Because there's a lot to do in Saffron City. A lot to do. And I feel like fighting the gym leader would be a really good finale, right? All the gym and or dojo leaders, right? Okay. I don't think there's anything else on this. Oh no! Team Rocket has Sylph Company under control! No! And this is the guy that gives you Psychic. Right? Wait a minute! Don't say a word. I know you wanted this. You're right, I do want that. I want that a lot. Okay. So, you know what? I kind of just realized, this is a little bit embarrassing, but I just realized why Psychic lowering the special effects of a Pokemon makes a lot of sense, because that acts as the special defense. What do you think, guys? Should we just do the Sylph Company right now? Is he taking a snooze? He's taking a snooze. Alright. I cannot believe it already has been an hour, man. Time flies when you're playing Pokemon. Absolutely. Oh, Voltorb, duh. Goodbye, Golbat. No. Okay, are you ready, guys? You ready to hear the or see the one most hated line in all of Pokemon history? It's gonna come pretty soon here, I'm pretty sure. Hey! All right, Machoke is coming up next. Don't need to worry about him anymore. I can just use Voltorb. Oh, nope. We won't get to see that line today. Alright, time for you to level up Voltorb. Level 30 is what you're trying to get to, right? You want to get that Electrode. Yeah, I agree with you, Bowman. It is really interesting to see, like, the 80% of the video games that people what is it called? I don't do it so much that I don't remember what it's called. Speedrun. It is really interesting to see the entire game, you know. So no, sleep better, or as much as possible the entire game. So. There is one part of the game that I forgot, that I missed, which was the very second Gary battle, the one that you could or might not, or you had an option to fight, basically. Oh come on! How am I missing it again? What's going on here? Yeah, man, follow those smaller streamers like me. That is a great idea. I fully support that idea. So I forgot to battle Gary the second time, and I went back and he wasn't there because it was after the Brock gym battle. Voltorb. And I think that's the cutoff. Like if you don't fight Gary the second time and then you beat Brock, you don't get to go back and fight him. But what's interesting, this is the really interesting part. I guess I can't say I know for a fact because the evidence doesn't support it yet, but I could swear that I remember... I'll put a pause in there. Yeah! Alright, we're gonna switch Machoke. Oh, and... I forgot to do that. So I could swear that there was one time where I fought the Gary battle right before the Elite Four, and what happened was I fought him twice. Like he came out with the first Pokemon, the first battle, and then I didn't even get to move after I defeated him, and the second Gary battle initiated. Like right after each other, that's what happened. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Voltorb out, so I need to switch this around anyways. Right? This music, man, this is one of my most favorite tracks in Pokemon. And I would say that the redo, the third generation remix, do not do it justice. I'll probably say that about a lot of the first generation, but I would say this is one of the biggest things. Bubbleman6, thanks you so much for the follow. And Right Money, thank you so much for the follow. That's awesome. Let's see here. You only see other episodes. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would be really interesting if you could see a lot more of the map. And really though, it is having a map up of, like, let's say, like I did this last stream, a map up of the, what is it, Safari Zone. It was so helpful. Like, I was able to just get in and get out so quickly, and it was kind of cheating. It really was, but I didn't want to waste your guys' time. So that's right, Bowman6, you had the same thing too, so now I can say that's definitely what happened. And we're going to see it in this stream too. May take a couple more weeks for me to get to the Elite Four, but... And I kind of like this setup too, where it, where my Pokemon adventure takes several weeks, like it probably would in real life, you know, in the Pokemon world. If I were living in the Pokemon world, I wouldn't be done with it in, you know, 3 days or whatever. Voltorb. And Gloom again. Home again, jiggity jig. My wife's family said that a lot. I have no idea where they got it from. But now I'm doing it. She got me doing it now. Come on, Voltorb. You piece of machinery. Please go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, machinery. Okay. We're going to try one more time. And then we're going to have to switch this Gloom out because this Gloom is not doing it for me. Jigglypuff? Maybe? Ha! Let's do Sing. Let's try to put him to sleep this way. There we go. Alrighty. Double slap. So in terms of other Pokemon types of games that I've played, there have been plenty of Pokemon MMOs. I've played a few of them, but none of them too much, I guess. I definitely did play Pokemon Go. I'm probably not a novice or an amateur. I'm probably pretty good in terms of how many hours I put into it. But by far, I would rather be playing the mainstream games than Pokemon Go. Especially because of the whole thing where you have to catch tons and tons of Pokemon and then trade them in for candies. Like, that's the one of the mechanics that just doesn't sit right with me, I guess. It's just not Pokemon. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like to level up a Pokemon, you have to battle it, and that's like the opposite of that. You trade in the souls of other Pokemon and the friendships of other Pokemon that you could be having to level up one of those types of Pokemon. This is not the best matchup at all right here. Okay, what should I fight this guy with? I'm going to probably have to sacrifice my Jigglypuff for Gloom. Hopefully Jigglypuff does not die, but it might. Yeah, it's gonna die. Darn it. I did play Minecraft Pixelmon for just a little bit. I thought it was a really great idea. I don't know why I didn't try putting it to sleep with my Jigglypuff. That wasn't really a good idea of me not to do that. I have to go back to deposit the Machoke anyways, right? So it's not that bad for me to have a fainted Pokemon at this point. Man, it is, yeah, it's got a high defense, that's the problem. Ooh, Sonic Boom. Not good. 26. I can withstand one more Sonic Boom, and then I have to switch out. If that Sleep Powder did not land, I don't know what I would do. I would definitely have to switch out, because Sonic Boom would immediately kill me. Sonic Boom is one of those moves where doing the math on whether or not it's going to kill you is super easy. It's 20 HP. Done. That's the calculation. Do you have 20 HP left? Then or 21 HP left? Then Sonic Boom won't kill you. All right. You solve the maze in here. I've done it many times before, and I will again. How did I do this? I don't do it randomly. You know what? I'm going to not fight this guy yet. I'm going to go ahead and deposit my Machoke and heal up as well. So we're going to take a brief trip over to the Pokemon Center, and then we will come right back and continue our re-takeover of Silphco. One of the best levels, I guess a level, right? One of the best parts of the Pokemon game, the first generation, is definitely the Silph Company. Which I always said Silphco as a kid, because I just said things as they were. Kind of like how I called Lieutenant Surge LT Surge. And Fuchsia City always was Fuchsia City. And I think it was mostly in my head. I would read this to myself in my head, but I wouldn't really talk about Fuchsia City with any other people. Okay, we're switching out Machoke, putting him in box 3. Box 1 is normal Pokemon. Box 2 is grass, poison, and bug. Box 3 is fighting, ground, and rock. This is my way of organizing the Pokemon from decades ago. So I'll just continue with that. Rhyhorn, Dratini, Slowpoke, Psyduck, all from the zone. Forget the name of it already. Cubone, Ghastly, Doduo. Which one's quicker? Which one did I catch first? I think it was Cubone or Ghastly. I think Doduo was later. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's do Ghastly. Yeah. Ghastly is a good idea because, I think, because we have poison-type Pokemon and such in, excuse me. What is it? In the Silk Company. Okay, so Ghastly is first. Let's go ahead and remove our Machoke. Oh, I did that wrong. I should not have put Machoke into the box 2. He was not ready yet. I need to put him in the trade box, but I'll fix that later. Ghastly, where are you? There you are. And he, of course, is at the top. Oh, creepy, creepy. Then we got Voltorb after Gloom, because Gloom is a lower level at this point. And Voltorb. I should put on, what's it called? Transparent Selection. There we go. That'll make it easier to move these guys around. Yes, I am using a MS Paint file to display this to you guys. Oh no, you know what? This is wrong. Gotta switch Jigglypuff out. Darn it. Okay, that's fine. Go, 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 go! Quick, 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 quick! I got a stream. Oops. No, that was not wrong. That was not wrong. And done. There we go. Cool. Now I gotta heal my Pokemon, because that will be important. My Ghastly is paralyzed from like 4 streams ago. Probably only 2 or 3 streams ago, actually, now that I think about it. Probably 3 streams ago. Yeah, running out of PP is a huge problem when you only have a few Pokemon with you. I don't know if it's elixirs or the other kind, ethers, right? Which I would always pronounce ether. One of those two was your friend when you only had 1 or 2 Pokemon and you wanted to raise their PP count. I think it's elixir. I could be wrong. Okay. And then you had like max ether and very few max elixirs or whatever. Okay, so the tactic that I'm using to defeat the Silph Company Tower is I always go through... what would you call that? Not a depth first search, a breadth first search. Breadth first search. Where I will only go through... I'll attack level by level, right? But I will go through the what do you call it? The teleports. Let's do Nightshade. Is it super effective against poison? Ah, of course. So I will go through the teleports, but I always go back when I hit a dead end, right? Lick, I guess. Hit it? Yeah! The only time that doesn't super frustrate me, right? Are we gonna be doing it again? Nope. Disabled no more, right? No more, right? Right? Yeah! Awesome. Okay. And paralyzed. Nice. Ghastly, you are a, what do you call it? You're a powerhouse of, horrifyingly annoying attacks. Man, that was the first battle that Ghastly has been in, and I didn't need to switch out. It's pretty awesome. It's gonna need to switch out this time, I think. Gloom. Probably a good idea to bring it out. No, it's probably a good idea to bring out Blastoise, since I don't think they teach Electrode Thunderbolt in this game. I they don't treat that as part of. Like they don't treat that as part of its what do you call it? Moveset. So, but I don't know if I really want to risk it. This is really taking a long time, and you woke up anyways. Will Gloom survive? Yeah! Awesome. Huh? I lost? How could I possibly lose with a finishing move like Explode or Self-Destruct? What do you think of the maze? Well, it's not really conducive to, what do we call it? To, good work, I would say. Oh, that's right. Okay, so this guy is not someone that fights me. So what I do is I look through the teleporters, and if I'm in a place that's enclosed, I explore it. If not, then I leave it alone. I had to remember that before because I totally explored a place that was open to essentially the stairs. But anyways, I'll keep going. This guy's ready to battle me. What have we got? I should probably heal up my Gloom. Super Potion. I only have one left. Good, it's about time I get fresh waters instead of super potions. Get rid of that embarrassment. Remember, kids, check out fresh waters. They will almost always cost much less and heal a lot more than super potions will. Well, than another potion of the same price will, I should say. I can do Confuse Ray. Yeah. Yeah! It hurt itself in this confusion. Yeah! Yeah! It hurt itself in this confusion. This kind of success usually only happens for the opponent Pokemon. Yeah! Wow, that was lucky. That was pretty awesome. What level does Ghastly of all that? Switch Pokemon. Let's do... No, we're not going to switch Pokemon. Fortunately, Ghost really isn't super effective against poison. So, that was something that I should have learned a long time ago, but I never really used Ghost-type Pokemon. Now I want to change that. No, now you're confusing me! They're confusing them! And then they're gonna confuse me! Oh my god! Okay, come on. Yeah! Alright! It hurt itself in this confusion. Yes. Let's use Night's Shade. Yes. Now that's some luck, guys. That's awesome. They're high-tech transporters. Looks like it's open, so back up. And I don't think I missed any other teleporters, did I? I think floor 1 is done. I mean, until I get the, what is it, the Sylph Key? What do they call that? I forget. I'm surprised I forget, but I forgot. enclosed, so she's gonna say eek. Oh, I'm sorry. Do 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 do. Oh, I just want to sing along with this tune like forever. But I know it's gonna annoy everyone, so I'm gonna have to curb my enthusiasm. Save. Alright guys, looks like we only have an hour and 7 minutes left, so strap in. Because the fun time begins now. Quit messing with us, kid. There's a Pokemon comic out there, like a fan-made webcomic, that was like, do you know what we do with people who trespass on Team Rocket's territory? And it looks like he's reaching for his gun, right? He's like, we battle Pokemon! It really brings up a good point. Like, if they have any kinds of guns at all in this game, it's kind of defeats the point of, oh, let me battle you, or whatever. Are there... I mean, I know in the anime there was at least one instance of someone having a legitimate gun, so... Then again, that episode, or at least that scene, was not aired in the West, so... Because it was the guy pointing the gun directly at Ash's face, so... Like, point blank. Ghastly. How am I gonna defeat this Hypno? It's got a high special. So I'm gonna switch out with my Pidgeot, because it probably has a low defense. Now it's a normal type. Eradicate is a normal type, so I will not be able to use this Ghastly for pretty much anything. I think... So this is a good test. Will a Ghost type non-hitting move affect Eradicate? I'm going to guess that it might not affect it at all. Ooh, good. Good, it will. Good. That is a good thing to know. Now we're going to have to switch them out, though. Let's just do Blastoise. Let's blast them out of the park. You ready to get blasted? Surf. And I must have some of the most rosiest tinted glasses ever, because I just love everything about these games. Just so good. Already? Great. Haunter's Cry, if you want to call it a cry, is pretty darn awesome. Yeah, the card key, that's right. Let's see here. Oh, I almost forgot. You have to switch them out. And Haunter looks awesome, too. I would say Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, in terms of... And I'm going to switch them out for Jigglypuff, I think. In terms of how cool the second evolution looks, or I guess the first evolution, Haunter, looks, and how kind of not as cool the third evolution, or second evolution, Gengar, looks, I think it's only rivaled by Dragonair, Dragonite, in terms of awesomeness to not quite as awesome. Significantly less and disappointingly not as awesome. Okay. We are back to Jigglypuff in the front. Just look at the what's it called? What is that called? The juxtaposition of the Jigglypuff cute face and the Haunter I'm gonna kill you, face. Okay, so this is open to the stairs, so I'm not going to keep investigating here because I'm going to investigate anyways, even without the card key. I'm still on the second floor, right? I should be. This better be the second floor anyways. Or I mean third floor, right? Second floor of actual stuff going on. What do we got? Team09. What is Team09? It's like Earthquake or something, right? I don't think Team09 is Earthquake, but I know that you find the Earthquake here. Takedown. 36 is Self-Destruct, and I think 29, no, Psychic, that's right. Alright. Let's see what's over here. Oh, okay. What? This is probably the shortest, what do you call it? The shortest teleport path of the entire... You can see the other teleport pad! You can see it! Why does this teleport exist? Oh, man. Okay, next level. My goodness. They probably do that to just confuse you even more. You know, like, why am I back here? Okay. You don't even need a card key to do that loop over and over and over again. Alright. Let's see here. What do we got? Jigglypuff, let's go kill everybody, no. Intruder spotted. Intruder spotted. Which is snake backwards for the very few of you who don't know that yet. Sing again. Oops. Oh, I want to sing again. No! Thank you for telling me that. Nice. I don't know if I don't remember the last time it hit 5 times. And it won't hit 5 times this time either. So I'm leveling Jigglypuff up to like I think level 32 or 34. And it could be 38 actually. I don't even know. Which is why Jigglypuff has been in my team so long. Because it needs to learn a specific move. Oh no! I don't want to be confused. It's not a good idea. Alright, you know what? This is a Zubat. I should not have any trouble beating this. Time to Blastoise it. But it learns, I think, Takedown, and then maybe some other even better move for it. And it needs to learn these moves before it evolves, before I use a Moonstone on it. Because as soon as I use a Moonstone on it, as soon as it evolves into a Wigglytuff, it doesn't learn anything else. It is done learning any move except for TMs. And I wanted to learn Body Slam. And it learns it by itself, so I want to make sure to spare the TM in case something else can't learn it but really should. Back to Blastoise. Back to basics. Whenever I go back to Blastoise, I go back to basics. I remember this now. What's so funny is I first started seeing, like, I don't think I ever saw Magnitude. Or is it Magnitude? Well, anyways, some certain ground and rock type moves at all. I never saw them at all in the first generation because I always had a Blastoise and I always just destroyed rock and ground type Pokemon, especially rock and ground type together. I better tell the boss on the 11th floor. Oops, did I tell you exactly where they are? But yeah, I was so overpowered with my Blastoise that I wouldn't even know the types of moves rock and ground type Pokemon had most of the time. Open to the stairs. Time to ignore. So, I don't know about how many of you guys are into programming or anything like that, but I absolutely love greedy algorithms. I do so well in terms of me with greedy algorithms because, well, let me explain what those are first. They're basically stateless, is a good way to put it, I think, where you don't have to remember anything to know what to do. You only have your list of rules to follow. And I love creating greedy algorithms to solve problems, even though they're not always the best. Most of the time they're not. But this is a greedy algorithm that I'm doing right now. Go floor by floor. Oh, I just set up last twice by accident. Go floor by floor. Fight everybody you can. If you can't get past a door, that's fine. Just bypass it for now. If you find a pad on the ground, a warp pad, go ahead and follow it. See if that pad leads to another pad that's open to the stairs on that level. If it is, ignore it and go back. If not, explore that little secluded area and then go back. And continue. And that's it. You don't have to remember anything. You don't have to remember, does this pad go where I want it to go? How many pads went to closed areas? I don't care. I'm just following my greedy algorithm that I don't have to remember what I did last time. And this will help out really well with me and with streaming because I don't have to remember what floor I'm on. I don't have to remember where. I'm scared. Oh, I'm not following my order. Wait a minute. Yes, I am, because this area is closed, so I have to follow this path as well. And this pad is closed as well, so I'm going to have to do it too. I think this is the pad that goes to Gary, so I don't need to worry too much about it. Definitely not doing it now. I have to defeat the entire floors first. But yeah, I really like the idea of these greedy algorithms. Because they work really well when you're tackling a huge problem like this, you know, with simple rules. It's a simple ruled problem, but it's just a lot of stuff. You don't want to have to remember a lot of stuff when you're tackling something like that. So if you could boil it down to a greedy algorithm, that's now, if it's not super inefficient, that's how I would do it. If it's only a little bit inefficient, I'm going for it. Oh, come on. Come on. No! I don't think Jigglypuff is going to survive this. No, it's a critical hit. I'll never even know if it was going to survive it. Darn it. Oh, man. Alright. The doors are electronically locked. A card key opens them. Oh, wait, I didn't even check. Time to check if this is Gary's teleporter here. I really think it is, because it looks like it's the second secluded area. Nope, it's not. And it's open, so I don't have to worry about it. I remember Gary's teleporter. It's in a room that's secluded off by another room that's secluded off, you know, using the card doors from the main area. So that's how I remember it. This one's done. And I don't have to remember what floor I'm on. I don't have to remember how many I've fought, how many turners I've fought, or how many rooms I've gone in that were teleporter lists or whatever. I just keep going. This is how I would say you should play this game, this level anyways. Show us some respect. I'm going to switch really quickly because that's not a good thing. This Hypno's going to put me to sleep and kill me immediately. Don't do fly. No! Quick attack. It's like, why? Headbutt. I'll just use... Actually, I don't have Super Potion right now, do I? I need to get some fresh waters. I just made myself really thirsty right now. I would really like some real world IRL fresh water right now. Which reminds me, coughing evolves into wheezing. Couldn't think of a more non sequitur, sir. Let me see if I can remember those 4 Pokemon. We got Haunter, Machoke, Graveler, and Kadabra. Hey, there's a Kadabra. Look at that. Pidgeot probably. Because the Kadabra probably has a high special, which means I can't really attack it with special attacks and hope that it does well. I'm gonna have to go back to the... Oh, hey, I forgot how kind of defensively Kadabra is. Well, I guess I made the right choice. I'm using a physical attack to attack him. Yeah, let's bring... I bring Haunter out every time, my goodness. Alright, let's do Gloom. Gloomy, gloomy, gloom. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's Gloom that has level 38 I want to evolve it up to, because that's when it learns Petal Dance. This is a bad move, guys. Don't do this. Don't bring a poison type out against a psychic. No! No! Oh, that's the worst. So, Exhibit A, do not do that. Don't bring this poison type out against a Mr. Mime. I don't know what I was thinking. Greatly Rose. Well, good thing I'm using a special attack. Now it uses its special move. Blocker. Hey, but it critical hits anyways. One more level to Electrode. Light Screen. I think so. Don't need Tackle. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. 5 floor. Floor 5. Let's switch up. Wait. Let's switch Haunter and Voltorb. Let's just do that really quick, because that way Haunter will not keep coming out first, and Voltorb will actually come out first at this point, because I'm got a bit of a lot of stuff here going on. Hey, Smile Natalie, that is my wife, by the way. As I tell this to a group of like 7 other or 6 other watchers. Say hi to my wife, be nice, or I will take some appropriate action against you. Let's see here. Yeah, there's definitely a theory that Ditto is a failed clone of Mewtwo, or of Mew. That's definitely true. I love the idea that the shinies and the regular colors are the same for both Pokemon really goes to show, it really is great evidence for that theory, I would say. I didn't believe it at all. I didn't even put any credence into it until I realized the shinies were the same, and I was like, okay, like the colors. Maybe there is some, like, a good theory to it. Oh, don't poison me. Okay, good. Got paralyzed. Hi, beautiful. It's not smart to pick a fight with Team Rocket. Closed off area. Time to fight. Oh, wait a minute. This does not look closed off. Nope, not closed off. Time to not fight this guy, because I'll fight him later anyways. Fight him later anyways. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. can't believe I've done this. Alright. So, the big reason... why do I have no more room for items? The big reason why I'm really doing this... I can't throw out Carbos. Can't throw a double team. Let's use our... Well, I want to use my Max Revive. Out of all of them... No, I can't use my Max Revive. Gotta be the Burn Heal. Those are very low price. Card key. Oh, hey, everybody. There's the card key. Okay, now I'm trapped here anyways. But the reason why I do this, right, the reason why I really want to try doing this, where I, don't explore every single nook, try to do a depth first search where I find something and I keep going and keep searching in and in, is because I'll never stop that way. I'll, wait, what floor am I on? Well, let's count. 1, 2, this is another greedy algorithm. 3, 4. 4 steps up. Okay. The reason I do that is because, yeah, if I keep following, what is it? Teleporter after teleporter after teleporter, then I just get lost and I don't even know what floor I'm on. I don't know if I've, figured out everything on one floor or not. It's a mess, essentially. So this is the best way to do it. That doesn't require knowing or remembering much of anything, except 4 steps down, right? Oh, time to deposit some Pokemon. Didn't get to deposit that in Voltorb, though. Didn't evolve them yet. Well, box 12, I think it's box 9 that I have all my Pokemon that I need to evolve. Okay. The one way to check, you hit deposit. I'm sorry, you hit release. Don't release anything though, so that's not the box that I want. That's all the Pokemon that I have to evolve with a stone. There we go. Deposit our Hunter. And I think I'm going to have all 4 Pokemon that I need to trade to evolve right here. I think this is the first time I've ever even seen this. Oh, not box 1. It's box 3. Where's that Machoke? There you are. Alright, box 10. Alright. Kadabra, Graveler, Haunter, Machoke. Have to evolve all 4 of these. Do you guys have... Isn't it strange how early Kadabra is evolved? Like, Abra evolves so early, it's ridiculous. Alright, so we don't have our Haunter anymore. And I think it's Cubone that we want to have next. Let's see here. Withdraw our Cubone. I think everything else I got later. So I will not press A, my goodness. Rhyhorn, yes. Dratini, Slowpoke, Psyduck, Execute. Doduo, Venonat, Goldeen, Krabby. Yeah, that's everybody else. Okay. Time to heal up our team, and I'll put Cubone on my team. Let's see what the levels are. 27, 29, 27. I'm going to still put Voltorb at the front, though. 37, 38, 22. Now, I don't want to switch Cubone to the top immediately, because if I do, then it ruins the order, unfortunately. And you can't insert Voltorb anymore. You have to just switch and switch and switch and switch. It's not very fun. Cubone. Jigglypuff, Gloom, Pidgeot, Blastoise. Save! Alright. And I should save my game as well. It's very important. I am a, what's it called? I'm a very enthusiastic saver. Absolutely. I saved lots and lots. And I remember I would always save before every single battle, actually, especially a Gary battle, my goodness. Especially like a gym leader battle. But that's one of the things that sets this stream apart, I would say, than how I normally play it. 3 and 4, but I think we're done with this one. Should we go back to the bottom and... No, let's just continue on how we've been going. No, let's go to the bottom. We have the card key now, so we can open everything up. So let's just do that. But yeah, the one thing that sets this apart, I would say, from how I normally play, is I do not reset. I've only lost one time, and that was to Gary in the Cerulean City, right? If you guys know, if you can go back on my YouTube page and you can see, yeah, I've already been here. You can see my one time where I lost in this game so far. Thankfully, I didn't lose a lot of money there, but I just really do not want to lose in this game because I do not want to lose half my money. That is a horrifying prospect. Help! I'm a self-employee. So ready for an electrode. I should actually figure out how long it's going to take for this Voltorb to evolve an electrode. 500 still. Alright, but it's a level 26 Weezing. I feel like I can do it. Let's see. That's good, it's paralyzed. Haha! Awesome! Man! I don't know why, but this stream today, I've been having some really good luck. Awesome. Alrighty guys, let's switch them anyways. We're done with Voltorb for now. Let's go with Cubone. Ooh, ground is good against poison. I forgot about that. Bone Club. Yeah, boy. Critical hit. Yeah, really good luck today, guys. I don't know why. I don't know if I deserve it, but it's really good luck. But yeah, as I was saying, I only lost once. I will not reset in this game. Unless, like, it's the last Zapdos I can find. Well, I should rephrase that. It's the Zapdos of the third game, and I still destroyed it. I'm going to let myself reset the game then. That's like the only time I'm going to allow myself to reset, is if I kill every other version, every other Pokemon legendary in all 3 of the first generation games. Or any of the generation that legendary comes in. No, I will not change, because it's a Weezing, and I have a ground-type Pokemon, and you're gonna die. What do you think, guys? Is this gonna work, or is this gonna kill me? Let's see. That's not too bad. But, alright, I can probably do one more. And of course, let's just switch up Blastoise. Blastoise is absolutely my favorite Pokemon, for sure, bar none. Squirtle is probably my second favorite. So I've heard... How did you know I was a rocket? I'll tell you in a minute. Alright, and we get to switch that out. Oh, that's not right. What was I gonna say? I forgot. I'll remember it. Oh. Good thing I got antidotes this time, right? I said something like, there's one thing. I forgot what I was gonna say. No. I'll remember it. If I remember it, it's important for me to remember it. If not, then it's not important. So it's cool. I've got 57 Pokemon in my Pokedex. Which means, since I'm playing all red, blue, and yellow, I'm really well on track. Oops. I should not be fighting this guy yet. He's probably on the next floor up anyways. But he's on a different floor. I shouldn't be fighting him because I can get to him from the, what do you call it? The stairs. So. Oh, and Electrode's still out first. I should not be doing that either. Awesome. Yes, I will. Switch to Pidgeot. Probably not want to switch to Pidgeot, actually. Let's see here. Alright, so let me go read down the comments here. Yeah, there's definitely different ways I could map out the Pokemon in my Pokemon boxes. I think for now I'm going to do it where they're more bunched up, because I have to use different boxes to really... let's see if this is the first... Good, this is the first floor. Because I have to use different boxes to organize it at the beginning here. But I think I will be organizing it in a different way later, that's for sure. Kohl's Super Saturday Sale. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I think I was wrong. It wasn't a room in a room, a room secluded by a room. It's this teleporter right here that brings me to Gary. That's right. Okay. I'm not going there yet. To answer some of your questions, Purple Smasher. No room for items. Let's see. Tell me what you found that was cool, but I do have a Jigglypuff. Yeah, Wigglytuff is awesome, but it doesn't learn any moves on its own. And I'm really rationing all the TMs, so Body Slam... Jigglypuff has to learn Body Slam on its own before I evolve it into Wigglytuff. So, don't worry, it will be evolved. I have to remove something, darn it. Yeah, I'll toss my Ice Heals. Hyper Potion. Yay. I don't think I fought this guy yet. I support Team Rocket more than I support Steph Go. Yeah, it's... I don't know if this was really intended or not, but Wigglytuff doesn't learn anything on Level Up at all. Hey, Electrode versus Electrode. That's not what I want, though. But it doesn't learn anything, so if I want to give it a good moveset, it has to be what Jigglypuff learns, as well as TMs, so... And what's really sad is I would always evolve Jigglypuff the first time I found it. I would have always evolved it and then shove it in the PC and never to use it. And it would just be so severely limited because of that. Sleep better. Come on. Yeah, not having an effect is not the right term for that. It's really, oh, okay, well that's fine. I think that's another glitch, I guess, of the first generation. They really should be saying the attack missed or whatever. For sleep powder or other things like that. Cubone. Nope. Yeah, Wigglytuff and a lot of other normal type Pokemon can learn a lot of interesting moves that you never would really even expect to for them to move at all. Or learn at all. Tauros learns Surf. Wigglytuff learns like Thunderbolt. A lot of normal type Pokemon can learn Thunderbolt. Interestingly. Pikachu can learn Surf. Well, not directly, but you know what I mean. You can get a Surfing Pikachu. Nice job, Cubone. Hopefully you didn't skip a level there. Probably did not, so we're good. You really got me. Huh. Team Rocket decided if I helped them, they'd let me study Pokemon. You're at Silph.Co. Are you not studying Pokemon at Silph.Co? Hold on, let me... Antidote right here. I don't know what's going on right here, but I'm really gonna have to start... I'm gonna have to come back after I deposit my Electrode. Let's see here. But I don't remember... I can't tell if this is open to the... see, I already feel like I'm getting lost. It's more of a just for fun thing. I'm not timing myself, really, other than trying to do as much as possible per stream so it's not boring, right? But yeah, it's not really a timed thing at all. It's for fun, it's for nostalgia, it's for 100% completion, so it's not really, I guess, a standard stream, I would say. Yeah, oh, fishing in gym statues. Yes. I thought it was so funny that you can fish into a lot of the any statue. I don't think it has to be a gym statue. I remember doing it in the statues in why did I switch off? In the Elite Four, actually. I think the first Lorelei, right? Is it Lorelei or Lorelei? I don't know if I've ever said her name out loud before, actually. Filling the Pokedex. Yes, I'm going to definitely fill the Pokedex. That's part of the completion, for sure. A Chop, yes, I do want to switch. I'm going to switch on Cubone, thank you very much. Excuse me. I do not want to fight him, though, because that's suicide when I have low HP. The misspelling of Pokedex as Pokedexu reminds me of Axew, the is that 5th generation? That dragon type Pokemon? I forget. That totally reminds me of that. Gah! If I had started as a trainer at your age, oh, this is excluded. So that's good. Gen 5, nice, okay. I remembered it correctly. Hey, I can heal up here, which is not helpful because I need to deposit my Electrode anyways. Don't worry. I'd be making lots of mistakes too. I mean, I'm making lots of mistakes in the stream anyways. So, lots of different kinds of mistakes. I'm gonna go ahead and head back here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I have to deposit my Electrode anyways, and I wanted to pick up something else to level up. Yeah, Charizard. Well, I think the only reason they didn't make Charizard Dragon type was because that would have been incredibly unfair to the other two starters, for anybody who picked the other two starters. I mean, I can't imagine any other reason why they didn't make Charizard a Dragon type. I mean, it's literally a dragon. Literally a dragon, you know? I don't know what they're thinking, really. It's funny. Alright, time to deposit Electrode! Yeah, whoops. I would agree with that too, because Gyarados is like the Chinese dragon, right? Like, that's where it comes from, as far as I understand it. So, let's see here. Is it box 7? Yeah, I know I can. Oh, no. I'm trying to find the electric box. That's psychic. So I think it's box 6 that I would always put... You know what? I think it's 5 is water, 6 is fire, 7 is electric, and 8 is psychic. So I'm doing that wrong. Deposit Electrode. I gotta withdraw now. Withdraw Hypno. Hypno should be in box 8. With Psychic and Ghost types. This is just my own thing that my own sorting mechanism at this point. That's true. Gyarados' Mega is a dark type. Dark in water or dark in flying, I can't remember. But it's not a dragon type like Charizard. It's kind of sad. Alright, Rhyhorn, Dratini, Slowpoke, Psyduck, Execute, and Execute. We're all found in this Safari Zone. We've got Doduo, Venonat, Goldeen. I think Doduo's the next one. Could be wrong about that, but I think that's the next one. When does Venonat evolve? Venonat Evolution. Venonat Evolution. I should really do Venonat Evolution level. This is going to give me Venomoth. Okay, level 31. Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet, though, but that's going to be the next one for sure because it'll evolve so quickly. Gotta heal up. So we deposited our Electrode, and we withdrew Doduo. Where is the Doduo? There it is. Oops. Cut. I think we might have a record for how many Pokemon we're evolving this time, guys. Like, it is ridiculous. It is just over and over and over again, which is pretty awesome. Okay, Doduo is level 18. Yeah, definitely at the top. Wow, level 18. That is really low level. Sorting anything, I mean, absolutely anything in Gen 1 sorting is a pain. Items, Pokemon, even moves. Because you sort a move, and then you finish sorting it, and then it moves your cursor back to where you were before you started sorting the move, and you don't end up where you moved the move to. Sorting in Gen 1 was not user-friendly, let's just say that. I completely agree with you, Purple Smasher. Do another clone trick with the link cable? Yeah, I know that it's kind of like the save trick in Gold and Silver where you can put a Pokemon in, save, and then immediately quit out and reset. And you'll clone. You'll basically be able to get all 3 starters that way in one game. But I just don't trust myself to be able to time that right. I know for a fact that I'll do it wrong and I'll destroy my game save and I'll have to start all over again. I don't even want to think about it. Okay, so I think this level's done. Let's go up to the next level. This one's done over to the right. Let's see on the left here. I think there's one right here. I think actually maybe I already... Nope, I didn't do it yet. Bingo! The card key opened the door. Save. BBS? What is BBS? Oh, I already did this guy. Good. Oh, great. I didn't even deposit any items. Okay. I hate when I do that. Forgetfulness, right, guys? Alright, time to go deposit some items. And sell some items, because I think I have, like, a nugget on me or something. 3... Yep, invisible PC in the human hotel in Celadon City. Right where the PC would be in a Pokemon Center. They totally copy-pasted the size and shape of a Pokemon Center, removed the visual of the computer, but did not remove the functionality of the computer when developing the human hotel. Alright, let's start selling some stuff. Selling nugget, good. I'm going to sell very little in this game, actually. Not going to sell Carbos or anything that raises, like, anything really, any HP or PP or whatever. So that was it. I just needed to sell that item. Then I'm going to deposit like half of the rest of my items because I want to have some really good items available for me when I'm doing the Elite Four. I don't know why I'm not using my bicycle right now. There we go, much better. Much faster. Ooh, yeah. Bulbaman 6. That's absolutely what I would do, too. Have 2 sacrificed Pokemon instead of the 2 Pokemon I wanted cloned. I'd lose the Pokemon that I would want cloned, for sure. Or the game save entirely. Deposit items. Okay. So I don't want to deposit the town map because, again, sorting in Gen 1 is a pain. I like keeping it at the top. I don't want to move it to the top because it's a pain. Max potions. I'll click A once because if I do it again, I'm going to immediately send town map in. The way they reset cursors in this game is not fun either. Carbos. Well, Great Bell Revive, TM32. Let's just deposit all our TMs for now. I have a feeling we're going to run out of space if we do that, but it's kind of necessary at this point. As we catch more Pokemon, we'll be able to use our TMs, so that's not going to be an issue for now. Soon, anyways. Bye-bye TMs. I don't want to use full restores, or definitely not max revives, for sure. Let's deposit TM on 9. What do we have after this? Revives we'll keep because we bought those. Antidote card key, Hyper Potion. Okay, so now we actually have... See, that definitely felt like half of my items were deposited. Exactly what I wanted. So now we have more room to pick up 3 items at once. Ah! Now, if I was smart, I would have tried to pick up all 3 items. Because one of them is probably a Carbos or something like that, that I just deposited anyway. So if I were... Oops. So if I really wanted to maximize on my space, I would have tried to pick them all up and see if they could be put in a stack that I already had. But of course, I didn't think about that at the time. I only thought about it afterwards. Yeah. I love sorting my stuff, but only up to a point, especially with Generation 1, because it's just so hard to sort stuff. I think it was 4, was it? Did I already finish this? Yeah, I think I finished this this level. Yeah, I'm gonna say I finished this level. No, I'm glad I didn't say that. Escape rope, max revive. Yeah, I had a max revive with me. I should have tried to pick them all up. Ah, okay. And there's something back here too. This guy, he's like, I'm hiding. Can't you see I'm hiding? Man, I have so much useless trivia about this game. What does the guy say in the back there? He says, I'm hiding! My boss has been after this place. Well, clearly the boss has secured the place. He's not just after it, right? Alright. Save here. Oops. Alright. Oh, I didn't fight this guy yet. Okay, we are back to where we were before. We're going to start tackling everything on every single floor, which is awesome. I don't have to worry about that. Even remembering those rules anymore. Ooh, a Doduo. That looks pretty cool in there. Cubone. Bye-bye, Magneton. Sorry. Unless you've got, like, any kind of non... Oh, you got Tackle. That'll work, I guess. Well, we'll see if you can do it in one more hit. Ah, Sonic Boom. The cry of the defenseless electric Pokemon. The Sonic Boom. I really should pick up some, what do you call them? Freshwaters. Speaking of which, I would still like a freshwater in real life right now. Well, it's only about 18 minutes. Unfortunately, the stream is going to end in 18 minutes, guys, because I have responsibilities and it's already basically midnight my time. Oh, you know what? I did start late, so it's only going to be about half an hour. Switch out to Duo again. And I think I'm just going to switch out Blastoise because my Cubone is really low HP right now. Do you guys say HP or HP? Like British. Like British would say. British person. Yeah, that makes sense, little man. Yes, my boss has had his eye on this place, and now it's happening finally. That kind of thing. Bite. And Doduo. How much HP does Gibbon have left? No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, done. So H, not H. That's true. I think people who say H want that to be true, though. They want each letter to start with the sound that it sounds. So, like A, B, K, D, E, Fe. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of Fe, right? Fe is the periodic table symbol for iron, right? I found it really interesting that Iron Man, in other words, is Fe-male. F-E male. Iron Man. Oh, that was always so much fun to hear that. The Master Ball's coming up. Protein. And da-da-da-da. So I know I defeated one of the brothers, right? No, this is open together. Open the area. So what is this small pocket area even doing there then? Why does it have its own special design like that? Maybe, you know what? I think I may have already been there, now that I think about it. Save. Look at him, such a coward. Has had Easter eggs like what, specifically? What did I say? You dare betray Team Rocket, which is a weird thing to say because I was never with Team Rocket, that's for sure. Man, I was really worried when I first started this stream because the Chromecast that I use to record on my phone, the screen on my 3DS, was not working for whatever reason. Like, it would go for maybe 5 minutes and then stop. I was like, I could not run a stream like that. That would be awful. But thankfully, it seems to be working just fine right now. So maybe it just needs to be sent constant changes, or else it just quits out. Yeah, just a joke. If we evolve the Doduo in this this stream, guys, this episode, then this will probably be a record for how many Pokemon have evolved in one episode. Doduo. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the periodic table. I definitely can see Breaking Bad having a lot of Easter eggs like that. That totally makes sense. Oh, the darn, it hurt itself in its confusion. Oh, come on. Yeah, even Breaking Bad, the title has an Easter egg for, it's not really an Easter egg, it's just like a pun, I would say, on the periodic table. So it totally makes sense for them to have Easter eggs all over the place for the periodic table stuff. Oh, come on, I've already done it 3 times. Give me a break. Okay, I guess trying to confuse me when I'm already confused is giving me a break, but give me a break! Okay, no. No. I am not letting Pidgeot die. That is just sad. That is not fun. Blastoise time. Time to blast this Golbat out back to the Ice Age. If you know what I mean. Nice. Alright, so 12:15, I guess, AM PST is when I'll be ending the stream, just FYI, guys. Wait, what is this? Well, then I betray evil every day. Every day of the week. Nice. Alright. I always remember looking at this and thinking, oh, how far does do those boxes go? Oh. HP up. At least I never pronounced that as hip up. X accuracy, which I will immediately sell, because that only works in battle. And it's like, meh. That rotten president, he shouldn't have sent me to the Tixi branch. So I don't remember if Tixi is in Russia, but I know it's a real place, which is weird to mention a real-world place in the Pokemon world. I guess they really hate places without Pokemon, right? Yeah, let's see if we can bring out Cubone. Just don't die on me, please. Ice. No! I have Revive anyways, so... Should not be sending out Doduo. You know what, let's see if this Voltorb has an electric attack. I'm going to guess that it doesn't. I'm not even going to Revive. Ugh. Great, nobody gets the experience. No one does. Gosh. Oh, I have a lot left. Nope. Really? What is going on here? What is this happening? Thank you. It took like 5 turns. Yeah, there was a lot of speculation as to what was behind Bill's house. Absolutely, that was a huge one. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what? This is the problem. It's probably using smokescreen on me, and I'm not even realizing it. Excuse me. I think you had to bring a Pikachu to behind Bill's house, and that's how you get a Pikablu or whatever. I really gotta find that woman that's like a nurse with the beds or whatever. I gotta heal up here. Come on. What? Okay. Now I'm having a string of bad luck. It comes and goes. The RNG giveth, and the RNG taketh away. Come on. And done. Thank you. 128. Acid. Do I need Stun Spore if I have Sleep Powder? Probably not, right? Yeah, I don't need Stun Spore. Yeah. Jigglypuff. Yeah, the idea of running into starter Pokemon in the wild was just magical back in the day. Ah, come on. This is so frustrating. Okay. I'm gonna revive my Cubone because this Magneton needs to be taught a lesson. Oh, no, I meant Pokemon, I didn't mean to run. I completely agree with you, Bubbleman, that people who played the Generation 1 and 2 games back in the day, we really feel like we're the old-timers. Back in my day, or I remember when there were rumors of something or other. It's so fun, actually. Come on, give me some death and destruction here. Come on, come on. Oh, this is not good. Of course you're gonna use Sonic Boom! Ugh. Gloom, I guess. But yeah, absolutely. Oh man, there was just so much stuff with this game. It was rumor after rumor, idea after idea. It was a lot of fun back in those days. Just thinking, you know, you could catch a Mew under the truck just by using strength or whatever. The SSN, near the SSN. Come on. I really have to heal up, man. Oh, interesting. It had to be a level 100 Nidoking. That wouldn't be really much of an issue for me. Is that a spoiler? That's the third letter in my name. The N is for Nidoking. So I actually would not find it difficult at all to raise a Nidoking up to level 100 because I love it as one of my main team. See, they even mentioned Russia. What? My goodness. Okay, I feel like I've already been there. Okay. So let's see if she's on the next floor, because it's time for me to heal up for sure. Come on, come on. No, she's not here. Alright, I'm gonna have to do something else then. I think I'm gonna have to go back and heal. Let's see if we can go up one more level. See if she's here. Nope, not there. Come on. on. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Am I lucky? No, no! Oh, shit. Okay. What was that? Is this the third Rocket Brother that I fought? I don't remember. Back to the Stone or the Ice Age with you, Golbat. Back to the Ice Ages with you. Come on, come on. Thank you. One hit kill. Nice. Nice. Let's just use Blasters. Meant to use Surf, but that's alright. I think it'll still mostly kill it. Nice. Definitely not. I think this Hypno may be faster than me, but it's not. Good. Just kidding, because it's level 28 and I'm level 39. I'm not going to have an issue with fighting it. Okay, really got to heal up here. Where is the... Oh, she's right here. Oh, thank goodness. I don't have to spend like 5 minutes going to the Pokemon Center. Yes. Okay. So I'm up 2 levels from where I should be, so I'm going to go back down 2 more levels. And we'll continue! Awesome. Yeah, I don't need to water the trees today, blah blah blah. Oh-ho! I smell a little rat! Yeah, I guess this guy is French, huh? I didn't even think about that. Oh-ho! Let's do Gloom. Jigglypuff. Should have high defense, right? High enough. Nice. B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. Bingo was his name. Eradicate also has high defense, apparently. Well, let's try just Pound. Yeah, I'll just keep using Pound. Oh, no! Oh. Okay, Blastoise. Blastoise time. I'm gonna have to walk right back to the one with the heads. Yep, Togepi, Pika-Blue for sure. Both you had to get like an egg or whatever. Arbok, let's do Dodo. I'm gonna say this again, even though I know Lugia here already heard it. But what's funny is when the second generation games came out in Japan, someone must have seen Lugia and spread the rumor that Luigi was able to be found in Pokemon, which is so funny. What am I switching to? Just try to keep on. Yeah. Oh no, not rap! Please, not rap. No, I can't just sit here and let Arbok wrap me. My goodness. But yeah, it was just because they misread Lugia as Luigi. Yes. Nice. Does the dual evolve at level 22? Nice. Just go straight to Cuba. I think I'm starting to build up the muscles it takes for me to hold my arms out like this for 3 hours. So I'm not really feeling that fatigued as I normally would. Yeah. Golbat will not be affected by Cubone even though it's poison type because it is also flying type. And I'm not going to try that out either. I'm just going to use Blastoise because I have Ice Spear. Sending Golbat back to the Ice Age. Oh, I hate Supersonic. Thank you, because you totally didn't let me shoot it at all last time. Lights out. Still going for the rat metaphor, eh? You can save me. You can't. Alrighty. Team Rocket is after the Master Ball, which will catch any Pokemon. I think I might have finished this over here, but we'll see. Nope. You mistook me for a Silph worker. Yeah, no, I didn't. I don't think I've met a single Silph co-worker that looks like scientists like that. Could be wrong. I could have totally not been paying attention at all, but we'll see. Ooh. Yeah, there were some scientists that were totally turned over by Team Rocket because they were promised the ability to study Pokemon. Yeah, right. Ah, darn self-destruct, man. Oh man. Oh well. We're gonna get the bed in like the next 2 levels here, 2 floors. Don't do it. Nope. Except yes now, because Doduo now can have the experience points for it. Boom Club. Oh man. Ah, darn critical hit. Man. Time to wash you up, Muck. Time to take out the, time to flush the toilet. Despite your age, you're a skilled trainer. Yeah, I'm sure when I was growing up, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I am a skilled trainer, aren't I? Yeah. Speaking my language. Tell me more. Oh, stop. No, don't stop. So vain, so, so fake, what's the word? That's as far as you'll go. Blastoise to wash the Raticate off. So you know what? I think what I'm gonna do, I might end the stream with the Gary battle, even though I'm not there yet. Just for fun. Then I'll go back and finish up. Yes, please, because I want to keep doing stuff here. Yeah, this will be the last battle before I fight Gary tonight, and then I think I'll end with the Gary battle. See if I win. No, not Confuse Ray. Anything but the Confuse Ray. Ugh. Guys, and if people have been doing statistics on this, because this is not fair. Really? Pokemon do not like me very much right now. This is a Zubat, guys. This is a Zubat. Come on. Come on. Seriously, that is not okay. What is the percentage of the time when Pokemon should be confused and hurt themselves? Seriously, I want to know what the answer to that question is. Man. I wanted to use Ice Beam, not Bite. But that'll do. That'll do. Speaking of, I have to switch Ice Beam out now because I'm going to be annoyed if I don't. Okay. Alright guys, time for the Gary battle. Oh, I didn't even finish this level. Goodness. Or did I go up? No, I went down. I don't know what that team is. I might have already fought this guy, but let's see. Don't worry, the last thing we'll do will be the Gary battle. Phone. Good. Statue's like just dead. Probably Sand Slash next. Yeah. The Statue's like you are already dead. Okay, good. That was quick. Ding. Fine, I lost. Go on home before my boss gets ticked off. Oh, come on. Okay, so this is probably the last Rocket Brother. I feel like I didn't probably do a very good job of clearing these floors, but I guess I might go through and mark the people or things that I didn't do when off camera, and then do them on camera. Two Cubones, not a Cubone on the Marowak? Alright, that's a Team Rocket thing. More Cubones. Sad. Okay. Don't count on it, buddy. No, I gotta go up, actually, don't I? I have to go up to the area with the beds. And then I'll heal up. And then I'll go fight Gary, guys. That's what the last thing we'll do on this stream is fight Gary for the day. Nice. You look tired. I think it's like floor 3. Wish I could tell what floor it was on, but it's hard to tell. Yep, floor 3 right here. Okay, guys, we're not done with fighting everybody in the tower, but we're gonna fight Gary anyways because that's how awesome we are. Let's make sure we have our right Pokemon: Doduo, Cubone, Jigglypuff, Gloom, Pidgeot, and Blastoise. Okay, sounds good. Remember, I don't quit. I'm not going to quit no matter what happens. So. This is a level 37 Pidgeot, guys. This is my level Pidgeot. I'm gonna wing it, Pidgeot. I'm a little bit concerned. I think I underestimated Gary's abilities a little bit. Yeah, this is exactly why I get Lapras, if I'm gonna win this time. We'll see. I don't have Electro with me. Ooh. You know what? I'm not gonna try to level up Pokemon. I'm just gonna try to kill these guys because it's a level 38 Gyarados. Bite is a dark type, but only in the second generation. In the first generation, it's just a normal type move, so I don't think Dark is good against normal in even the second or beyond generations. So no, Bite is not good against normal. It's okay against normal types, but quick attack. Okay. Oh, come now, come on! It didn't kill you outright. All right. Oh, and now I get the critical. Nice. Good. Growlithe. Yeah. See, he's doing the same thing I'm doing. He's raising up his Growlithe to turn Flamethrower at level 54 or some ridiculous number like that. But, too bad for him. I'm just going to use Surf. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to beat Gary, guys. I think. Alakazam, high special, so I want to attack it physically. Yeah, Slash for sure. I think Slash has a high critical hit ratio too. Don't disable fly, good. What? 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 Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Ah, yes, nice. Nice job, Pidgeot. That was really, really nice work. Nice. And of course, a Venusaur. It sounds so weird when the low HP sound is going. That's fine, I'll finish off with Blastoise. Nice. Okay. Haha. My Blastoise is vanished faster than your Venusaur. Nice, guys. Nice job. Nice ending to this stream. Very, very nice. Hey, that was pretty nice of Gary at this point. That was pretty nice. I don't remember Gary being so actually appreciative and nice. Okay, here's a Lapras. Woohoo! You know what's funny is I have 7 Pokemon right now. I know, right? Scary. No, I do not want a nickname. Nice. Alright. So I think I'm just going to save here then. Thanks guys so much. So awesome that so many people wanted to stop by and watch. Thanks especially to people like Bubbleman6 for just commenting up a storm. I love responding to you guys. Feel free to always send me a comment. Please subscribe to me on Twitch and also on YouTube. This stream, as well as all previous streams, will be and have been sent to YouTube. My YouTube name is, I think it's just Nicholas Wright. I have a link in a previous post I made on Twitch to my YouTube channel, so you should not have any issues finding it. Send me a message on Twitch if you want to find my YouTube channel and you're not able to find it. But yeah, please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next Friday. I think we're going to, for sure and officially, move this to Friday because this is a really great turnout, and I really love catching people when they really want to watch, you know, relax, sit back, and watch somebody play through Pokemon. So, thanks again, especially people like Bubbleman8 and Bubbleman6. Bubbleman6, my bad. Thank you very much, JPT000. Awesome. I'm really glad that people like this stream, even though it's not a speed run. You know, it's nostalgic and a lot of fun. So, thank you. I'll see you guys next week. Cheers. See ya. Bye bye.